desperately. I thought they performed admirably, but they really needed him against the Heat. They were able to steal game one in that Eastern Conference semifinal matchup, but without him, the Bulls just didn't have enough firepower to beat Miami.
Now here's Jennings. A 24-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
Nice, come on.
Drummond with the jam.
Well, we'll see if that shot breaks things open a little bit. It's been a slow start.
Hopefully that gets them on the right track here, Steve.
Rose, great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Rose has got his second basket.
And they're nearly perfect from the floor early on. 4 of their first 5 shots they've drained.
You know, one of the things that's really hard
Guys,
to do in the NBA, it's actually one of the hardest things to do in the NBA, is to stay in front of Derrick Rose. And it's not just his burst of speed or his quick first step, but he's got one of the meanest, nastiest, filthiest crossovers in the entire league. And then you add his strength and explosiveness in the air to that, that's lethal. Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
Jennings kicks to Smith. The pass to Monroe. The feed to Jennings. The Pistons working the ball around now. Smith, no luck. And for Rose, as he returns from his knee injury, you wonder how that'll affect his ability to blow by defenders, which was such a great quality he possessed prior to the injury. Shooting from the outside is solid, but he hasn't been elite to this point in his career with that shot. So there's a lot of unknowns still about his game, and being so young, you expect that.
It's going to be an adjustment, Kevin. I mean, you have to find your confidence after an injury like that. I think he is going to be a better shooter because if there was one thing he could work on while he was out, it's that outside jump shot. But we got to give him some time to just get his confidence and find his game again.
Jones against Billups, and Detroit again with the bucket. The Bulls leading by 8. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
What the hell?
Thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. He said that their
Didn't mean
defensive
to do
focus,
that.
no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And so it's Detroit with the ball. After the Bulls pick up 2. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Smith. And Detroit again with the bucket. The Bulls have gone 7-9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Backing down is Rose. He sinks the 11-footer. Rose has got 8 points.
He has not missed yet. 4 for 4 in this first quarter.
Setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Jennings drives in. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Rose.
Great move to the hoop, and I love
How did you move
the
over?
finish.
Rose against Billups. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And we've got a moment to see some numbers for Joakim Noah. 4th in field goal percentage, 13th in rebounding. And he's also blocked enough shots to put him in the top 15 in that important defensive category.
And you go back to his shooting percentage just for a minute here, Steve. I mean, you think about it. What makes a guy a high percentage shooter? Well, you take the shots that you work on. You don't take bad shots. And you let the game come to you. You don't force shots.
Smith, no good.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Jones tries
Oh my
in.
god.
Right side, Boozer. He feeds it to Dunlap. Here's Noah. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Monroe.
The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball. Basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And for the season, guys, they're about 73% from the line, so kind of a
Oh, no.
mediocre shooting club.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last
That white
year.
guy.
But not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Chicago making a switch here. Murphy's checked in.
Murphy.
No hits them both.
Well, Detroit has always been one of those teams you think of when it comes to franchises that epitomize the rough and tough Eastern Conference. Always look to be a tough defensive team, and they might not have the flashiest players, but they have some of the toughest, no doubt.
Jennings with the bucket.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
Chicago leading by 8. Jones with the screen on Jennings. It's off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Ozzie Muhammad's checked in for Noah. Phillips against Jones. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Phillips with the ball. Jones covering. And Smith backing in. And
Oh, come
over
on.
the line with a chance to make it 3.
His presence in the paint gives their offense such a valuable dimension.
And Clark, as you said, the Pistons were strong against the rest of the East last year. Didn't give away too many games, and 25 of their 29 wins came against Eastern opponents.
Yeah, they took advantage of the weaker conference for sure, but it just shows you how much growth they have ahead of them, because in order to get to the playoffs, they're going to have a good record against the West as well.
Now here's Rose. Got it despite fading back a bit. Rose has got 10 points.
Kevin, they've been playing with an awful lot of energy here, getting a lot of offensive rebounds. That's always an indicator of hustle and energy.
It's Jennings with the drive. Nice D from Muhammad.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Jones sets the pick for Rose.
Oh,
And stolen by Jennings. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. Here's Phillips. It's good.
Oh.
The assist that time from Smith.
What a start to this game. The offense is both dominating.
Tell you what, feels like a game on the playground. Forget about defense, just keep firing.
Now here's Rose. He had 19 points in the win against the Utah Jazz. Jones, no luck.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Jennings with the ball. Jones covering. Jennings can't get it to go. The Bulls leading by 7. Off his leg. And the official saying it was kicked. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Augustine with it. Now guarded by Detome. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Free throws, such an important part of the game. Here are the league leaders in that department. Derrick Rose is second. And, of course, Will Bynum.
Now, neither one of these guys is going to waste an opportunity from the foul line. Just not going to happen.
Pistons trailed by 7.
yeah, come on. Yeah, can't see through my hands. Can't see through my hands.
Smith out there with Kyle Singler.
Okay.
And there's Chauncey
What?
Billups. Then it's Greg Monroe. And it's Jennings in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now here's Billups. 17 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
Did a great job picking the defense apart, too. It wasn't just his scoring. Give him credit for his passing in that game, too.
Now here's Rose. Following the shot by Chauncey Billups. Jones drives in, and it goes. That's good. And while we're thinking about him, did you guys catch his comments at the press conference after their last game?
Guys, we always hear things about good teammates, and he certainly seems to be one of them. He has nothing but positive things to say about the rest of his team.
Well, when you talk up your teammates as much as he does, it's going to pay off. I mean, they become more confident. They respect you. They appreciate you. And now all of a sudden, it brings the team a little bit closer together.
Here's Jennings following the score by Derrick Rose. And the dunk by Smith.
Maybe that'll I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys.
Rose, why can't we do
Look
that?
at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geek.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
And here are the Bulls now, following the score by Josh Smith. Here's Jones. Great D that time from Jennings. Pistons trail by 12. Smith dishes to Billups. Singler. The Pistons working the ball around now. Tries to save it. Here's Monroe. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
I don't even know.
Monroe's got his first points of the night. Here's Jones. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against the Utah Jazz.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ballgame.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Now Jennings. He's got 6. Feeds to Smith.
Don't let him.
From 12 feet out. And Detroit again with the bucket.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
The Bulls leading by 10. Heinrich off a pick from Jones. Heinrich kicks to Dunleavy. Outside Rose. Pass to Jones. Heinrich outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Noah. Drills the baseline jumper. Noah's got 4 this quarter. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And the offensive rebounds leading to second chance points.
Yep, Kevin, and they have 6 in this quarter. And you know what? That's always a good sign in terms of a team
What is
that's
making
focused
double?
and energetic. I mean, when you can get to that offensive glass, you're doing some work.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. Urebko comes in for Kyle Singler.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure Clark they love to run.
And as the receiver, he didn't feel like he had the need to go for a monster finish. Just laying it and making sure he got the points.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, there has been a lot of pressure on this Bulls team to get to the finals. Derrick Rose thinks that they are set up to win multiple championships. He says, quote, to me, to win a championship, you need a team full of winners that's willing to sacrifice. We got all the pieces, starting with the front office, our owners, the coaching staff, down to the players. That kind of quote puts more pressure on the team, but they are set to make a deep run, guys.
Defense really their identity. That's how they win. Now here's Rose. After the miss from Andre Drummond. Rose with the ball. Billups picks him up defensively. Here's Jones. A second chance effort. The shot will not go. Nice D from Urebko.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style
I
points.
like the simplicity.
But there was some style there, Kev. It was a pretty sweet one-handed flush.
Now here's Heinrich. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first
Come
points in the
on.
game.
Just make
Everybody
them.
regards Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau as a defensive mastermind, and the numbers back it up again. The Bulls were near the top in every major defensive category, protected the paint, limited fast breaks, and made sure to challenge any shot that went up.
Chicago leading by 8. Jones with the screen on Smith. And it's Rose penetrating. Here's Jones. And they'll keep possession. And that one's good by Noah.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Here's Smith. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Jones. And the Bulls, Steve, 5th in defensive efficiency last season.
And Thibodeau, knowing him, he's probably unhappy with that ranking. This team is so disciplined and hardworking. They always have a chance to be the best defense in the league.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award